recording now. Okay, so yeah, I went over the Sheik game, and I went over the 2 Fox sets, and I was like, okay, I was trying to develop a little bit of a lesson plan for that, and just kind of figure out what kind of things would be good to focus on for now. And I got Uncle Punch. I don't know if you can see on this screen, like on the side.
This is a cool setup that you have going.
Yeah, it's like so whenever we have like a situation in the game, we can like bring it back to Uncle Punch or whatnot, and then include
awesome.
They'll reference the actual in-game and do some labbing. Okay, yeah,
awesome.
And as you can see, I put a little bit of a game plan thing on the bottom right, and that's just some of the things I wanted to go over. And for the Sheik game, I thought that you played this overall pretty solidly until I noticed like a couple of key, like, I wouldn't necessarily say flubs, but it was more so just like, I don't know exactly how to describe it, but it was essentially like a shift in the way you tried to like move, and like you tried to keep doing the same thing in different spots where it didn't exactly work, and it's kind of subtle. And I also wanted to talk about how in general it seemed like the Sheik was playing a more percent-focused game plan, which is why they were able to get more gimps from you, because you got gimped like 2 times near the end, or I started really early. And that's something that you can't let happen in this matchup, or you want to avoid as much as possible. Yeah. And basically, we're going to try and figure out how do we play a more percent-focused game plan as in Falcon Sheik. So looking to, think about what are the key percents in this matchup, and how does that change what moves we choose. And then the next one is how do we move more efficiently and abuse platforms, because you use platforms really well. I think your movement on platforms was really, really fast, and it got to a lot of really good openings. But then, near the end, it actually backfired on you because the Sheik adapted to it, and I want to talk more about how you can use platforms in that to your own strengths, and essentially build off of that in a way that's like, you can keep using the platforms, you don't have to change too much, just change a little bit, and then you can avoid losing like crucial situations. And then we're going to talk, of course, about why did you lose those low percent stocks, and how can you prevent games more like that? And that ties into the next point of how do we make the opponent play towards us? Like, how do we make them try to come into us? How do we try to make them make a bad move?
Sure.
And then for the Fox set, it was some of your knees weren't hitting as much. You were missing some hit confirms, and we'll talk about hit confirms later. We talk about value of tech chasing, and that's another one of the points. It's like how to not give your opponent anything, which is basically like what we're trying to do when you're 3 stocks up.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So I guess we'll start off. We'll just go off with a quick review of the game. You can see it, right?
Yeah. Yep. I can see that.
Yeah. So you really like to use the platforms, and I really like how you do that.
Yep.
And this is like a pretty good situation to throw out, but you immediately dash back. And
Should I not have dash backed?
I think with Falcon versus Sheik, it's just like, if you're going to throw this and you see that the Sheik is in the corner, they're most likely going to get a grab. And this is the percent-based game plan that I'm talking about, where as Falcon versus any floaty that can grab you or has a good grab game, all of them are going to look for, how do I get a grab as soon as possible when the Falcon's at 0? Because nothing knocks down. Sheik has a really tough time dealing with crouch canceling. The one thing that she's looking for is grab. So my thoughts on how to play this matchup is, if you've seen Mech play or like Wizro play this matchup at like low percents, whenever the game starts or they're at 0, all they do is look for stomp or grab.
Okay.
So you doing this, going to the top platform, I think this is a good idea, because it's very hard for Sheik to reach you unless she like wavelands or like forwarders at you, but you can grab that or whatnot. But the fact that you chose to immediately go for up air instead of either knee or like maybe even baiting out with a grab more.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe just land there, but then maybe Lord Stomp or like dash back stomp, grab or something.
Yeah, exactly. Those are super solid options, and I think it's easy to want to hit the opponent with any move as soon as possible. But I think one key thing about playing a percent base matchup is that you kind of just have to unlock moves as the game goes on. Because Sheik's at 0, she can CC grab nair. She can CC grab up air, she can CC grab back air, she can even CC grab knee.
Yeah, yep.
And I want to share with you a really, really crucial percent for this matchup specifically. It's 30. It's either 37 or 30%. So 30% is when nair knocks down. 30%.
When nair knocks down. Sorry.
Yeah, when nair knocks down.
Okay.
If I'm ever moving too fast, just let me know.
Okay, no, you're good.
Yeah, so nair knocks down at 30%, and up air knocks down at like 40 or something %. And so that's when those moves become unlocked. And back air as well. Though an exception to this is when when the Sheik is on the platform, up air is always good. If your opponent is above you, just always up air. And that's what you do.
I feel like I'd be thinking about like slide off though.
Slide off? You're thinking
like as their counter option.
A lot of the times when an opponent's like trying to dash dance on the platform, they might like at 0%, they can maybe like ASDI down and shield drop, but that is a very hard input, and you need to basically execution test them and force them to make that really hard technical maneuver.
Yeah, okay.
And I'm seeing your opponents don't really do that right now. And so I want you to really try and make them work for it.
Gotcha.
Okay. And then you immediately get grabbed. And of course, there's always the backup option, is to gentleman here. Gentleman after any I threw out like a pretty rough aerial, I'm in a rough spot. Throw out gentleman as soon as possible or roll. Dash back is great in many spots, but after an aerial, sometimes Falcon just doesn't have the space or frame data to move. So gentleman here is solid. Or it's just a tech chase sequence you end up getting out. I like this back air, though I think here, like we're saying in this percentage-based game plan, if you stomp
0,
you get something huge, like a stomp and grab that's like a 30% maybe even kill. But this back air, even though the Sheik didn't CC it, you didn't get you couldn't have gotten a grab off of it.
Yeah, it really didn't get anything.
Exactly. And that's unfortunate because it was like a really good neutral win. Like you did like a backflip, you waited for the Sheik to you baited out the F tilt, you double jumped over her, and you got a really crucial neutral opening. But it didn't end up panning out.
Gotcha.
I like these defensive nairs. I like these back airs to keep her in the corner. Overall, though, because sometimes you just have to throw out some moves to keep the opponent honest.
Such as what? Like, what would those moves be?
This back air was good to cover the Sheik coming in. I like back air here. This is a good nair. Platform. I feel like this nair was a bit of a mistake on or a technical error. I don't know if it was like a technical
backwards one. This one right here. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah, this back air, this was good. I like this back air. Yeah, that's a rough one.
Yeah.
You get jabbed. Okay, another thing to notice is just like this Sheik was doing a lot of jabs and floor tilts out of her movement or scraps. So she would just like jab or F tilt, and if you held C stick down or trying to grab towards her, you could have gotten a pretty juicy reversal, like CC reversal. And that's another thing I wanted to talk about is like crouch canceling is so good against Sheik because it forces her to play such a weird percent-based game plan where she can only like grab and throw out like very few moves, and it really whittles down her neutral. Anyway, that was fine. Oh yeah, this was good. That could have been an up throw up air.
Yeah, I'm not sure what I did there. I think I turned around or something on accident.
Yeah, also nair here, nair up air here is good. Oh,
yeah, so what? Yeah, so what's going to beat them? Because I feel like a lot of Sheiks in that position that she was in will try to just throw out the nair because it comes out so fast.
Yeah, here
so
it's
like, what are my options there?
Up throw up air is a true combo. Up throw nair is a true combo.
Okay.
Oh, actually, I'll send you the whole Sheik throw flow chart afterwards because I don't want to harp on that too much. I think that's something that like it'll take some time, but you can always build that up on your own.
Yeah.
Because here, I'm going to make the Sheik actually in my Uncle Punch. Here you got this grab at 40%. They did neutral, a slight DI towards. So they did this DI. Well,
here I can't see your Uncle Punch.
Oh, you can't? Can you?
No.
Oh, that went all the way, okay. Okay, that's why. Okay, where is my UP now? Where'd it go? Capture. That's there it is.
Yes, I can see that.
Okay, sick. So yeah, basically the Sheik, you can do up throw in air. This is the Sheik always trying to nair out of the thing.
Gotcha.
You can always up throw up air too. I like doing up throw full hop up air at this percent because you can like fall onto the platform with this and do double up air.
Yeah, okay.
Down throw is fine, but I like up throw here because you get up throw, up air, and sometimes you have to worry about slide off, sometimes you don't. But either way, that's kind of like the maneuver to go for there.
Okay, I like that.
And yeah, she's getting. Oh, that was a really fast shield drop. I like that. So you definitely have the shield drops on deck.
Yeah. Yep.
That's good to know because it seems like you use the platforms a lot to mix up your approaches and like move. And versus Sheik, that can be a very good thing, but it's also important to know just like how much power Sheik has to deal with Falcon on platforms herself. Like when you're on platform, I see you do this kind of movement a lot, where you do this.
Yeah,
or
I like that.
you waveland onto the platform and you immediately come down. And this will go into the point of okay, actually let me cross out this right here. We went over the percent based game plan. Okay. And now we're gonna move on to how to more efficiently abuse and maneuver around the platforms, because you did like a bunch of really good maneuvers over here on the platform.
Yeah.
And you were moving like super hard on the platform. But a common thing that you would do is you'd always waveland and then you'd immediately fall down with an up air. Or you'd waveland on the platform and then immediately waveland off with an up air. And if I was a Sheik, all I'd have to do here is like wait for you to come down.
Right, yep.
Like, I can just wait here with an up tilt or, like, a nair.
Yeah.
Anytime I see you on the platform, because, like, I can even make make this thing random, and I can just cover every situation here with, like a full hop nair. If the Sheik just full hop nairs towards or, like, goes out this back air, she covers every one of your options.
Yeah, yep. Okay.
And the way to make this much more difficult, if Sheik is in center stage, actually I should have made so that Sheik was in center stage, but yeah, I can redo this. Essentially, sorry, what were you saying?
It probably gets a little obvious, right?
Yeah, that's definitely it. Is that it's also like when Falcon's falling off the platform and he gets hit. Oh man, that's such a big opener for Sheik too.
Sure. Because
she ends up getting fair into grab and whatnot, and so. You got a couple of good openings off of this. Like you got like a couple waveland up airs and like great movement into back air. And the Sheik was hiding over here in the corner. And I think this is good to waveland away from her. But if you're wavelanding towards her, that's pretty predictable.
Yeah.
And really, if you want to make your platform movement even more diabolical or like very strong, it's to dash dance and shield. You need to waveland onto the platform and just be okay with dash dancing until they come at you. Because they're eventually going to try and come at you and hit you. And you can also do the edge cancels like this.
Yep, I like those. Yep. I like Keter stuff, too.
Oh, yeah. You were doing a lot of the Teeter stuff. You watch Salt play versus any Sheiks. She, does a lot of Teeter stuff and, edge cancels like this.
I'm a fan of that.
Yeah, it's so much fun to do, too. So that's another way of using platforms more effectively is that when you go on a platform, don't always just try to immediately get off. Use the platform and then stay on there, especially if you have the lead.
Gotcha.
And that's versus every character in general too. This is not just versus Sheik, but it's pretty good versus Sheik. Versus Puff, versus Fox too. If a Fox is just owning you on the ground for naring and whatnot, if you just go to platforms and you stomp and go for these edge cancels, it's so hard for them to hit you, and if they try to hit you, they can just get owned and get hit.
Yeah, okay.
I think that's a very important thing to do, and I think it works well to your strengths as well, because you're very good at playing those platform mix-ups, you're very good at moving around the platforms, and I think that's something that's good about your gameplay, and I think the best way for you to improve your gameplay is to make this strategy that you use even more deadly.
I like that.
So whenever you go on a platform next time and you see the opponent is in center stage, like right here.
Because they're waiting for me, right?
Yeah, they're straight up waiting for you. And you can just dash dance here. You can wait. And if you're like, okay, I want to approach, you wait a bit, you can shield stop, and you can do a safer approach like this. I personally love to do back air, edge cancel, back air.
Okay.
Or stomp, edge cancel, back air.
Gotcha.
That way, look at how far I go.
Yeah.
Instead of just
That's pretty much center stage, yeah.
Yeah, and if the Sheik is just dash dancing, she gets clipped. Let's say she's over here and she randomly gets clipped with a back air. If she's at 30%, that could be a knee right here.
Okay.
And that's basically what I wanted to talk about for how to really abuse platforms more effectively as Falcon.
Gotcha. Stay on the platforms, it seems.
Stay on the platforms more, and just when you're on the platforms, don't see the platforms as a place to get off and then move. It's not a boost pad necessarily. Mm-hmm. It's a whole place that you can just camp and it's honestly sometimes it can be a safe spot for Falcon, and especially versus floaties like Sheik and Peach and Puff and pretty much any other character that's not Fox or pretty much Fox or Falcon. You can just chill here, and the Sheik has to do so much work to try and get you off the platform. Because what if the Sheik tries to do an approach like this? Oh, whoops, I did not save positions. I'm gonna put myself over here. Save positions. What if the Sheik tries to go for this kind of forward air? You just do this and you own her for it.
Okay.
This is what happens if you
I like that. That seems pretty easy too. That seems pretty simple.
Yeah, I love doing the one with the stomp into up air.
Gotcha.
But yeah, that's cool. My thoughts for how to abuse platforms more. You were saying?
I don't know. I don't think I was saying anything.
Oh, okay, my bad. I thought you said something. Okay. Nice. See, you use the platform right here to mix up your approach with low up air.
Yeah.
Yeah, you tried to move away directly, and the Sheik ended up just realizing, oh, the Falcon's going to stay on the platform. I'm going to, immediately throw out aerials onto the platform and, kind of bully the Falcon. And you can see now, too, another thing to remember is their percents and how to play your percent-based game plan, because at 20%, under 20%, Sheik's dash attack doesn't knock down, and after 24%, her F tilt and dash attack both knock down.
Okay. So dash attack is 20% knockdown, and you said 24 for the F tilt?
Yep. Like,
Okay.
she threw out an F... This is exactly, like, where she could have gotten destroyed for this, because she threw out an F tilt, and you didn't get hit for this. You didn't get... You DI'd away on the F tilt. She couldn't have hit you. She couldn't get anything off of this, because you were right under that percent. If you had one more percent even, you would have gotten hit.
So I should have maybe... I think my mistake was jumping there, as opposed to maybe like crouch canceling, or staying
Exactly.
or something.
I think in general, that's just how Falcon wants to play the matchup versus Sheik. Until they start really grabbing you, you have to earn jumping.
Okay, gotcha.
Like how we earn moves in like other matchups where, like I said earlier, in the percent-based game plan, you have to earn moves. You can in Sheik versus Falcon, you have to earn jumping because this F tilt is so strong.
Yeah.
But jumping
I've
is a
heard
little
that
less.
before, too.
Yeah, it's a little less scary to jump below 24% because F tilt doesn't knock you down and lead to like a tech chase.
Right, but what am I going to get off of that?
Not much. You just
Right.
don't get 0 to death or like grab
Right.
with this.
Yeah.
Here you probably had enough space to Wizzy Stomp, but I like that you're going for back airs more. She's at that percent where if you back air her once off stage, she dies. Oh yeah, here. This is where I think like your platform movement was good. Like you waited a bit and then you mixed up essentially how you're going to fall through. You were mixing it instead of using... Oh, that was so nice. I love when you get that little up air and the back air. Oh, you could probably get an upper knee, maybe. Nah, not upper knee. Okay, let's see. Okay, yeah. Nice whiff punish. You just hold ledge, and then she dies. Very nice. Moving around the platform. Yeah, exactly. Like, you're moving around the platform, and you're just staying there. Here, you're moving around the platform, staying there. Even though the Sheik barely clips you, she doesn't really get much. She had to read.
Yeah.
And here is where I think I realized, okay, this is where it becomes a problem because you were using the platform and immediately coming off of it. And so she just had to place... Look, she's just placing aerials right outside the platform range. Like right
I can see that.
I'm going to send a screenshot of just like... She's going to keep going with it. She's just going to keep spamming moves.
Yeah.
And they were just willing to just keep spamming moves.
Yeah.
Oh, she's just holding up an A. And then... Oh, yeah. See, that's one of those cases that I've been watching. Like, I've been watching some of your other games. I really like how you're using up air whenever the opponent's above you, because assume she didn't shield. Like, she shielded, but what could she have hit you with? She couldn't have hit you with even a shield drop back air if she tried to.
Yeah. Yep.
If she did, though, if she got hit by this and she, like, maybe slid off, she would have been, like, in tech or something. She would have had the tech and you would have gotten more up airs. Just good percent overall. Oh, and here's where I think it's like you really do want to be avoiding approaching there at low percent. This is another thing.
Sure. Yep.
Just she's at 0. You got next to nothing off of this. Now, let's say you replace this actually with a knee instead, or a stomp. You do this exact same approach, and you get a knee or a stomp here. I like doing low knee because it's safer and it's like it's got more range on the forward end.
Yeah.
But say you get like a knee here, you can actually link knee into grab at 0%.
Yep.
So if I were like at this percent, I'd turn this percent down to 0. And you did this, you could potentially get knee into gentleman off stage. Knee into F tilt. I like knee into F tilt a lot.
Yeah.
And if they're holding DI away, you can even just like read it like that.
Oh. Okay. I like that.
And then they're forced to do something really risky. Oh, that was beautiful. This is you using your platform movement to its best potential, where you're using it not to necessarily approach, but to like bait them out with your movement, and you did a really good job of it here. And I think this is where your strength as a Falcon lies, is like you were able to just force her to throw out as many approaching moves and then whiff punish her and then get this big combo here.
Yep.
And I like that a lot.
How should I have finished that?
Here, okay, you want to know
I feel like that's a tough spot.
Also, if you know you want to down throw, do exactly one pummel and then down throw.
Okay.
Here's how to maximize your damage off of a grab. If you ever want to maximize your damage off of a grab, I'm gonna set the CPU to frame perfect mash. At 0 you can't do it, but around 10% you can get a pummel and guaranteed down throw with buffer down throw.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I know about that.
Yeah. Another thing.
So just do it every time, or what?
Just do it every time you know you're gonna down throw, because you were doing down throw a lot, and assume let's just assume this Sheik also had the same DI too. So you basically got 2 down throws before she was at the corner. So you had 1, 2, 3 down throws before she was at the corner.
Yeah.
So you have 1, 2, 3 grabs. 3 grabs before she was at the corner, and she was at, I don't know what percent. Okay, what percent did she start at on the chain grab? Let's see. She started at 7%. So around 7%. You're 7 or 10%. Also, let's see if you can do it. 1, 2, 3. She's now at 37%. She was at 31% there. And this is huge because 37 or 36% is the crucial up throw up air percent. Here is when up throw up air true combos. And once you get her here, right there.
At the 37%, you're saying?
At 37%, whenever you get a grab, I always go for up throw. Always go for up throw. Because a lot of the times they're going to be DIing out. They're going to be DIing out, and they're going to be jumping away. And so, in this position, this is a key percent to know, is grab becomes extremely lethal when you get a grab in the corner now at 37%, because look at this. They're dead.
Double up air.
Double up air is just, they're dead. And if they're forced to DI in now.
Yeah. And then what do we get off the DIN?
Stomp tech chase. Okay. So you can actually react to this.
Yeah, okay.
You can't react to tech in place, but you can react to the tech rolls with double jump stomp.
Gotcha.
You can see I'm reacting to the text on the roll.
Yep.
And I can get a stomp knee off of that. But sometimes you want to get like a stomp or like a read, anything really. You can even go for like an up air if you're feeling like, oh, I don't want to risk it.
Okay.
Just whenever you're in the corner and you have a grab, check the percent. If it's 37% or above, always go for up throw.
Gotcha.
And another thing I'm seeing is that you don't JC grab a lot. I personally think that you have to JC grab every single grab.
Yeah, I would say I would try to do that. Like, I would never not like go for a regular. I would never go for like a regular grab. I feel like if I were to ever grab, I would try to press Y or might jump and Z at the same time.
Okay, true. I think doing Y JC grabs is actually makes it a little bit harder. I like to do X and Z to JC grab whenever I feel like grabbing, just because it's more easy on your thumbs and fingers.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I was watching some of your other games versus the Fox as well. You're doing more JC like dash grabs in neutral. And
so maybe I'm just missing it.
Yeah, I think that's another thing you should really practice, because that's also huge. You were like missing some really crucial tech chases because of that. And it opens up also like more percent. But that's more like a tech skill thing that you can do on your own. Otherwise, I think overall the fundamentals are there. I think one thing that you need to be more cognizant of is just like being more conscious with your movement, like I said. And like making sure that you're not immediately getting off the platform.
Gotcha.
This was good. I like this combo a lot.
Yeah, so how did I fuck that up? Like, how like send him the wrong way?
This is like a hit confirm thing where like you have to, I messed this up a bunch too. It's just sometimes really hard to get this combo. But let's just put this Sheik over here at like whatever percent. This is essentially a key part about Falcon that I'm noticing in all your other sets is that you have a bit of trouble reacting to the DI with the correct drift, because you did full drift dash towards knee, and so the Sheik's DI was slightly in here. Okay, what time you stomp? Okay, 56. Okay, they were at 56. So you get this up air here, and you go for a knee like that.
Yeah.
Essentially. And this is a matter of just practicing, like just hit an opponent and just look at where they are and then hit them. Essentially. And practicing like hit confirming it's just like a very precise thing, but it's a very key thing that can decide the difference between like games. I noticed a couple times also in the Fox games when I looked over them. Okay, well, the tech option was that you get a nair and then they would miss tech, and you do this. You get like a soft knee trying to do. You'd react to them and you'd be like, oh shoot, they're here. And then you'd miss up the knee because you did the knee too early. And a key thing to practice, and I think this is something you should practice like somewhat regularly, is like just hit the opponent, immediately dash, and learn how to react to their DI. So you can set the CPU's DI to anything, and just hit them with like a random nair, just like move around, shadow box, and then hit them with a random nair. And see, can I react to this DI, and what kind of thing am I going to hit them with?
Okay.
And how do I hit them where they are going to be, essentially? This works with like stomp knee too.
Yeah. Because
I noticed you were doing things very fast. Like you're very fast, you're very technical, but sometimes you do them a bit too fast, just trying to be like just overly fast. When I think you could stand it, just wait like a fraction of a second and then use that burst of speed. Like here, I wait and then I knee. You'll see Wizrup do this a lot too, where he doesn't just stomp, immediately knee. He stomps, waits, and then short hop knees, because you actually have a lot of time to react. And that's a lot of the things with Falcon's combo game, is that he can react a lot to his opponent's DI. He can get like a random up air and react, and then up air like knee like that. Or he can even wait even longer. Like look at how long I'm waiting before I hit this second up air. And I'm just like, at this point, whenever I throw out an aerial, I just immediately focus my attention onto my opponent. And if I'm trying to like get a dash combo, I always do dash without even looking.
Okay.
And that makes it easier, because here you wait and then you do that instant up air, but here because I immediately dash, I now can also instant up air, but I can also grab, because I immediately dashed after I hit him. And this works with Fox too. It works with Falcon, or like Spacies in general versus knee. There's this Falcon in our area named Ninor, and he says like, Falcon's double knee is the hardest combo in the game, because one thing that he didn't understand for the longest time was that you have to dash right after you hit the knee, no matter what. So whenever you hit a knee, just react to the DI, just hold forward and just short up. See, it doesn't matter the DI, I'm just going to hold forward, and if the Fox doesn't like get the DI, I'm just going to jump back.
Gotcha. Okay.
But if they do DI for it, I'm going to make it consistent so that they just DI for the double knee. If they do, then I just get a free double knee. That's how Nun does it. If you ever see Nun or S2J play, every time they get a knee, they just dashing forward, full hopping towards the opponent.
Now is that like just specific to knee, or
Any
like
movement.
what if I get like an up air? Should I be dashing right away?
Yeah, if you get a low up air, dash right away, because then you get a tech chase. Actually,
Gotcha.
This
Okay.
will this will also tie into Pipsqueak's video on. Have you seen Pipsqueak's video on reaction tech chasing?
Maybe I've seen a few of his videos.
Okay, but yeah, in that video he goes over like the real reason why the best players in the world can reaction tech chase consistently. It's
Yeah.
positioning. So they put themselves in the best position to react, because if you're waiting and then you react, like how are you gonna hit this? But if you dash towards, like, if you dash immediately and then go to where they're gonna be, you'll have way more chance to react, way more time. You spend less time in your actual moves trying to get towards them, because moving there and getting to your opponent takes time.
Yeah. Okay.
But that's my thoughts on just like hit confirming in general.
Gotcha.
And I think like that's actually one of the biggest key things I think in your gameplay, that I think if you were able to be more precise with your hit confirms and just hitting your opponent, reacting to their DI, and then getting right to where they're going to be with an aerial or just wave dash there, I think that would like level up your gameplay super quick. Because
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
it would turn regular combos like that you don't usually hit to combos that can potentially kill,
Yeah.
like right there, because of just of how you position. You'll get a lot more stocks off of it, and those stocks could be those last stocks in the game that really matter.
Yep.
And I see you getting there like pretty much every game that you send. So it's not really a matter of like, oh, something's really bad in the neutral. It's just like you how to hit the hit confirms, and once you hit the hit confirms, you'll get there. And I think this is an example of it too. You got that nair, and then you immediately dashed towards her and got grabbed. And there, you didn't JC grab, but because if you JC grab, she wouldn't have gotten tilt out.
Dang. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, see, this is what I'm really liking about this platform movement here. Here's another thing, is that you immediately went off, but you covered yourself with an aerial, and you were doing it defensively. Like, you weren't approaching into the Sheik, you were doing it away. She got away, and now she's trying to approach into you, she's scrambling, and you got a beautiful stomp here. Up throw up air. Up throw up air hits at this percent.
Okay. Gotcha.
You got the stomp it. Look, she's at
34, 41.
34, 41. Still, if I always go for up throw up airs after 30%, because I'm okay with like, even though it's not frame perfect, it still gets a good combo actually, because up throw up air knocks down. But 30% plus, if you get a grab, I just go for up throw, immediately up air, no matter what, especially if they DI out.
Gotcha.
And the more percent it is, it's the more lenient the combo becomes. So they do down and away DI, I get that double up air, and they're dead.
Nice.
If you got this double up air here, the Sheik's dead.
Yep.
Oh, I love that. You're doing this really good platform movement, and this platform movement is good because you're using it defensively. You're jumping onto this platform, and then you're coming down.
Yeah.
And I want to also tie this into how sometimes when you move on the platforms, the same platform movement you do is different for every situation. If the Sheik is in the corner, this kind of platform movement, oh, this is great. This is really, really good. But if the Sheik is right here and she's up tilting, this is not as good, because you can get randomly clipped by up tilt here.
Gotcha.
Here she's just gonna up tilt, and it's much harder to deal with.
Sure. Yeah.
And so the reason why your platform movement here, just where you wave land on and then completely immediately get off, is way better, is because of the fact that you're doing it into center stage, or you're not doing it into center stage as an approach.
Interesting.
Yeah, and because of that, it forces the Sheik to like, oh, the only way I can beat this platform movement is to go into center stage, and because they're going into center stage, they get kneed in the face because they're trying to come at you.
Yep.
And so it ends up your game plan ends up harmonizing towards like this use of platform play, and the more brutal your platform play becomes, the more brutal the rest of your gameplay becomes, and it all snowballs into something that ends up becoming a 3-stock lead, or even bigger. And so this was an invincibility situation, and I think this is another case of using platform movement and then immediately getting off, because you put yourself in a bad situation here by going on the platform and then immediately jumping off, because you don't have many frames here.
Yeah.
You don't have many frames to do much. So here, if you are on the platform, I suggest just dash dance more here. There's nothing really the Sheik could do beyond just run off fair. And if they're going to run off field, just shield. Like, if you're really scared of run off fair, you can shield on the platform, shield drop, and then wave land away or full hop away, roll around the platform. Really make her work for that.
Gotcha.
And here, I think you get gimped. So this was nice. I liked how you played on the platform here. Very nice, actually. I'm really glad that you recognize the Sheik's CC here. And
so I didn't attack or anything.
Yeah. And this is good too, because you have the lead. You don't have to approach. You don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
If you were down in stocks, I'd suggest maybe you might have to like stomp and make the Sheik approach. But even then, this is a good position. This is a very good thing that you did here. And now you're just chilling in center stage. And here is where the Sheik's game plan completely changes. You'll see that she is at 0%. She's like, oh my god, I need a grab so bad. I can't F tilt this Falcon. I can't dash attack this Falcon. I can't nair this Falcon. I can't do anything because it's not enough to knock down. And look, she's just wishing for grab. And so this is another thing about the percent-based game plan, is that the opponents themselves are looking for different things based off of your percents.
Yeah.
At 0, Sheik is only going to look for needle grab if she's in the corner, or if she's like most Sheiks are going to look for needle grab, forward tilt grab, or any confirm into grab, jab grab. So if you were to abuse CC and up air, I like how you're up airing here. You can be ready like super ready for the Sheik to like grab here. And I think I don't know what this nair was. I think if you JC grab this, you probably get a kill here.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and you also miss the JC grab there. But
dang, I do that all. I didn't even notice I do that much.
Yeah, you were missing a lot of JC grabs. But yeah, I like how you're playing this. You were up airing here. You were up airing a lot. But then, for whatever reason, you decided to back air here when she was above the platform. I think whenever she's showing that she's on the platform, just go for the up air.
That stomp could have been the game right there.
Yeah, that could have been the game. I actually don't mind this double stomp because a lot of Sheiks try to spot dodge when they get hit by stomp.
I feel like I've definitely gotten like turnaround grabs there before, like at 0% after you get a stomp though.
Yeah. Oh shoot. Yeah. So you can definitely if you can just like turn around grab every time you get a stomp.
Yeah.
Like there, you can just turn around grab. But if you're not confident in it and you get like a high stomp, you can just go for another stomp.
And it'll catch her coming out of the spot dodge?
Yep.
Okay.
Because they're always going to be matching like ASDI down.
Yep.
But yeah, you got this stomp, it was nice. You go for another up air, that was a good up air to throw out. Okay, I'm going to pause this. This was a good up air to throw out, but because of Wispy, she got away with it. So I just consider that unlucky. You made a good decision, and I think you should keep doing that kind of decision whenever you see Sheik on the platform, and she's like moving, go for the up air.
Yep, gotcha.
Here's another thing about the percents is that you're under 20. Oh wait, what? Oh, it was because she get dash attack before. Her dash attack was stale, and so dash attack doesn't knock down yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, you should low up air here. If you see a Sheik shielding on platform, you should low up air. Even if you're worried about them shield dropping, just throw out a low up air and fast fall shield. They probably can't hit the shield drop fast enough.
Gotcha. And so then, if they shield drop, what am I doing? Just put my shield up?
Put your shield up, and then wait for like a shield drop back air, and then like roll or grab.
Gotcha.
Because here, that's what she did, and you could have grabbed that.
I see.
I think that's actually just what you did, though. You like replace this nair with an up air, and you shield. The exact same thing happens, and then you get a grab or a shield.
Yeah, I see.
But that's good. This is nice. I like that. If that backer was a stomp, that would have been juicy, but I still like it either way. Oh yeah, this is where the Sheik starts abusing. The Sheik is low-key using your game plan against you, where she's doing the platform stuff and then just approaching. But the thing is that Sheik is. This is just how good Sheik is that her aerials are so much better at this because she can't get wave punish if she does this. If a Sheik is doing wave land off forward air, it's so hard to wave punish her, if not impossible. And so you got that. That was good.
I went for it right there too.
Exactly. So you're recognizing now that like your platform movement can get you like screwed over, even though it's what won you the game or like pretty much got you there. And so if you dash dance shielded here, actually, you could have gotten a shield grab. Like if you just shielded on the side plat, she would have backered at you, seeing okay, the Falcon loves to move towards me on the platform. I'm gonna shield here. You shield here. You grab her, and then you can get a combo.
And that can kind of be like my mix-up.
Exactly. But even then, it's like it's not that unsafe. Oh, and here's another one on why not only is it important to stay on the platform, but not waveland on the platform and shield, but stay there sometimes too.
Oh yeah.
She dash attacked your landing because she saw that every time you waveland on the platform, your immediate response is to go down. And so all she did was just, okay, I'm going to place a dash attack where you're going to be.
Yeah.
She's back airing. She does. This was also just like a really good outplay from the Sheik here. This is honestly pretty high level, like of a stock that they took. So it's like sometimes you just get owned. But this is another thing to keep in mind is that you could have really owned her for this by just dash dancing. If you sometimes stick to the dash dancing and react, wait for her to full hop. She's gonna try and dash attack here. You react, and then you run off the side of the platform with a back air. And this one right here, this was a tragic end of the game. You're playing the platform game really nicely. You're staying a little bit more grounded. I like that you're going for back airs. It's very hard for her to punish, but look at how she's playing. She's just looking for needle grab in the corner.
Yeah. I guess I'm thinking, pretty simple game plan. Like, I should be able to approach my way around that, but...
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just wrong, or that's not where I'm at yet, or something.
I think that this is fine. It's just you know that this is like she's looking for something in the corner, but I don't think you recognize exactly what exactly she's going for. So she's going to go for something to gimp you, but you don't know exactly what. And it's hard to tell sometimes. But if I know any Sheik, they're going for grab at 0. It's the only thing they go for. They're not going to be able to hit you with like dash attack or like, what's it called? Forward tilt or jab at 0. They're not going to really combo off that. So what are they going to do? They have to needle grab you. So I want this to be like a sort of reaction point, or like you notice that you're at 0%, and it whittles down the amount of options that Sheik has. So what does she have now to hit you with? Like, she only really has grab and needles to grab you with at 0.
Yeah.
That can really work. And because of that, what do you need to be worried for realistically? Grab and needle.
Right, yeah.
And so if you dash dance around that, like, she throws out those grabs and you're not whiff punishing them. But if you were more aware of the fact that she's going to go for grab, I guarantee you'd be like, oh, she threw out a grab, time for me to griff punish grab.
And so the needles aren't the thing to look to punish, though.
Yeah, the needles aren't the thing to look to punish. It's the grab that's going to come. You can get hit by a million needles. It won't really matter if it doesn't hit you. If she doesn't hit you after that. And so she eventually gets the grab, and ouch.
That's something I'd like to work on too. The double jump back.
Oh yeah, the double jump back. This was just like, let me see, what could you have done? You DI'd out. Okay. I think one thing was that you immediately DI'd out on the situation.
Not a good call or what?
I think if you're at super low percent, so you were at 0 basically, or 7%. Let me change your percent.
Is this like the no DI wiggle out?
No, it's not the no DI wiggle out. It's just that you have more frames. So the Sheik, let's just have her back throw and then forward tilt you, or like she does this basically. So essentially, if you're Falcon, oh wait, did you DI out? If you DI in, so here I'm DIing in and up, I'm immediately naring towards her. It's like, it's hard for her to hit me. I have a lot more frames.
Nice.
But if I'm DIing out, I don't have enough. Oh, actually. It depends. The thing is that it depends, and it's like, your situation is just way worse here.
Yeah, I understand the concept.
But I just like to DI in here, immediately stomp. Sometimes.
Okay.
That's what none does. It depends on what the Sheik likes to go for. But you can also... Here's another way to deal with this is you do this kind of drift. You double jump, and then you drift low, and then go for this. You don't drift anywhere, you just double jump with like no fingers on the stick, and then jump, and then up B towards the ledge. And if you're worried that the Sheik is gonna wave dash to ledge, just learn how to ambiguous up B, where you don't know whether you're gonna land on stage or up B onto the ledge.
Gotcha.
And they're really forced to mix up their edge guard. Here you jump towards the Sheik immediately. And it's like a subtle difference, but it's just a difference nonetheless. It's where you jump towards her, but if you jumped neutrally, like if you did a neutral jump, you wouldn't have gotten hit.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Interesting.
So yeah, it's neutral jump. And then this is just like,
yeah.
Once you got hit by this, it's like you don't have much of an option. Here I would suggest though, keep going. I like that you mixed this up. Once you get hit by this nair, immediately up B towards her. Like, try to get on stage after getting hit by this nair. Because you didn't get knocked down, and you're not below the stage, so she can't really react. So the moment you get this up B, you want to avoid getting down smashed or F tilted. I mean, getting F tilted is fine. You just don't want to get down smashed. That's the worst one.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah, let's see actually what the time is. Okay, yeah, we still got some time. But yeah, that was what I thought of the Sheik game. I thought overall you played it pretty solid.
Yeah.
I think it's just your game plan of abusing the platforms ended up getting used against you.
Yeah.
And you were playing into the opponent, but if you had stayed on the platform a little bit longer, you could have actually made the opponent come into you more.
Yeah, there was definitely a few times we saw where I definitely could have won that game.
For sure, like the stomps we're talking about too.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, we got the gimps. Okay, that's what we got through. Hidden value of tech chasing we talked about. So basically, we're talking about how to avoid giving your opponent anything. It's like the last stock, essentially, we were talking about.
Yeah.
Just avoid... Look at how the Sheik is trying to like get their hits on you. They're going for needles, grabs, and this is the Dreffen game plan too. They have full hopping in the corner with the needles. So to avoid giving them everything, this is low key where your platform play style becomes really useful. I'm going to basically have the Sheik do a recording where she like does this, and it's hard to deal with as Falcon. But if you just do this kind of thing right here, it's really hard for her to deal with. Wait, actually, I need to...
Yeah, I would think that, like, if I know she's just going to full hop, I'd feel like I'd like to be able to meet her up there.
Yeah, sometimes, but sometimes they throw out the needles, like, really early, like this. And it's hard to hit. So, like, if you mess it up once, though, they'll just grab you.
Yeah.
That's the thing about not contesting the needles, which is why I like playing to the platform. Which is why you can go to the platform with a bear or like full hop knee.
Sure.
And then you do back air or up air, and then falling up air. But yeah, that's more so how to avoid giving your opponent anything. I like that you kept back airing it onto her, but I think you need to back air onto the platform and then back air onto the stage where she's gonna land.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because this is like a thing that Puff players do a lot. And it's hard. It's probably the hardest thing for Falcon to deal with in general. But yeah, this is like essentially the corner camping strategy that SDJ used to win versus Wizrobe and S2J and whatnot. And I'll say it, you're not alone in getting hit by this. Literally every Falcon has gotten hit and owned by this. This is how Mewtwo King made his bread and butter. But when none realizes it, you could just just throw out a couple aerials and be like ready for him, and that he's always gonna go for needle grab. He was ready, and he did. Oh god, this is actually really good too. You can stomp him too.
Okay, I like that.
You can just play around the platforms. And I would suggest, if you're trying to deal with like an opponent and you get gimped and you realize, oh, I'm getting hit with this like really, really dumb gimp maneuver over and over, the key thing is to realize what was the percent, I think. Just real, because percents mold game plans so hard. And after this lesson, I'll send you a bunch of my notes and my game plan versus Sheik. And I want to see how you feel about the percents, but I will give you a percent-based game plan for all of the matchups, and I want you to also like think about it for yourself. Like, how can I use my movement? How can I play this a bit better? And then while also focusing on the percents. Like, let's say I'm at 0. I can't use Nair or back air as much. So how can I play this in a way that lets me use knee, stomp, and what's it called more? Grab more. Because usually I see you go for like Nairs here, but let's see. If you were to think about this for yourself, how would you try and go playing defensive without Nair or like up air? Well, you would do knee or Wizzy Stomp, right? Oh, sorry.
I would think I would prefer like a Lord Stomp or a Wizzy Stomp.
And so I guess I would have to make them try to like shoot at me.
Yeah, exactly.
Somehow. And so I wouldn't, that part maybe, I'm not sure how I would do that, like just a fade back aerial. They think they can, maybe they think they can punish me, but they can't, and then that's when they throw out a move and maybe I could get
a grab,
the Lord Stomp or the grab or whatever, any sort of whiff punish, I guess.
Yeah, and that's playing into the percent-based game plan where you want those big openers at 0. Grab, knee, and up air, or stomp. And another exception to the percent-based game plan is that up air is only allowed when they're above you. Because look at no matter what happens, like they just get owned. Because if you up air them, you can either keep up airing them, and if they try to double jump, you just like take their double jump and kill them.
Gotcha.
And if they like get hit with an up air at low percent, you can just gentleman.
Yeah.
Or grab. So yeah. Below 30%, I say that Falcon only really has 2 super useful moves. It's knee, stomp, and grab. And up air when an opponent is above you. Nair still has really good uses, but I think Nair becomes better, is only really good when you're fading it back and it's like really hard for you to whip punish. And then backers for the same reason is good. But because of your platform-based gameplay, you can actually make this much less one-dimensional than it would be. It would originally be. So let's say you like to back air here, right, a lot, and you want to keep throwing out back airs here to pressure the opponent.
Yeah.
But you don't want to just keep risking out back airs at 0%. So what if instead we started abusing your own platform gameplay and started using these platforms to, make your move safer? How would you go about, using this platform to, implement stomp, back air, up air, or grab in a safe way at 0%? Like imagine Sheik's here at 0% dash dancing.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's just dash dancing here. How would you go about this? Like dealing with her like dash dancing, waiting for a hit.
Using stomp or knee or grab.
Yeah, basically you got only like 2 or 3 moves here because you're at 0.
I guess my first thought would be maybe, I don't know, drop through the platform knee. I don't know.
Oh, drop through the platform. Yeah, I like that one actually. Okay, let me save this position, and I'm gonna set Falcon to CPU control record. Let me see.
Because like I feel like something that would be like viable for me, or something that I would like to do maybe is, I'd be facing maybe the other way, so that I can maybe wave land onto the platform, get the teeter dash back shield drop a knee or something like that. I feel like is what I would like to do.
Yeah, so you would try to do like knee right here.
Yeah.
That's actually really good because if you get them, you can get like a knee grab.
Yeah.
Or even a double knee. I like the double knee here. Even though it's a bit risky, but...
Yeah. So doing there, maybe like doing the back air, like I feel like, I would get like crouch canceled or something.
Yeah, if you did a back air here, you get crouch canceled.
Or like even like a low up there, I guess I would also get crouch canceled.
Yeah. Yeah, because I have the CPU set to ASDI down.
Gotcha.
But here, the beautiful thing about knee is that it's an electric move that does over 11 frames of hit stun. So it can't be ASDI down.
Interesting, I didn't know that.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a really beautiful thing about knee.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this stomp too. I like stomp.
Now, which one's harder to get out in time, the knee or the stomp?
Stomp for sure.
Okay, gotcha.
Here is my thought for this situation though. I like to do this into this.
Gotcha.
Because if the Sheik is approaching me, or like the Sheik wants to approach me, they'll get hit by the stomp, and if they're at this percent, then they'll probably be closer to like knockdown percent. But I can also do like stomp into teeter up air. It's like
turn around, shield drop teeter up air.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I like doing this one.
Yeah, I like that too.
I like your shield drop knee idea where you're just directly trying to hit her. You can do stomp too, but I also think edge canceling around here with like aerials and then going to center and then grabbing them and maybe mixing up like shield drop through, grab.
Because they might see me, miss a move, but then I'm going to edge cancel it, so maybe that might make them commit.
And it'll make them want to commit. And here's
Yeah.
a cheeky thing. Let me show you this one. This one's so funny. Whenever I hit people with it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, I'm going to do this. Okay, actually, save positions. I got to keep controlling record. So yeah. Save positions, record. Like the Sheik tries to forward your landing.
Mm-hmm.
She gets hit. Or if she delays it even more, like she's like, I'm gonna wait, you can do that.
Yeah, I've seen the teeter shield slide off stuff before.
Yeah, it's so good. And then
So do you have to be holding forward to get pushed off?
No, because of light shield, you just get pushed off no matter what.
Okay. So there, you could not be touching the stick, and you would get pushed off.
Yep.
Okay.
And then you just react to yourself getting hit, you immediately back air them, and then they're like, oh shoot, I got back air, and then you get a free hit off them.
I see. Yeah, I like that too.
And that's how you could use your platform movement to potentially make your gameplay more lethal.
Gotcha. Cool.
But yeah, that's all I have for now. I think that's been about time, yeah. But if you have any if you have any other more things that you're concerned about, or you wanted me to create some save states for you, I'm super down to cover that too, because I don't mind going over a little bit.
Yeah, I would like to. I'm not even sure how to like use a save state or like set that up.
Oh, true. I have a bunch of them actually. Let me show you how I personally like to use save states.
So like, how do you even get them into there though?
Oh yeah, you got to use you got to use this thing called Memory Card Manager in Dolphin.
And so, do you have to have like a different version of Slippy, or can I use like
you can use Dolphin.
the same?
You can use your gameplay. Your Slippy gameplay.
Okay, like the same one I play like Rank or Uncle Punch with or whatever.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So basically, what I like to do for this is I just like to set up like little situations like edge guarding for this one. Mm-hmm. This one was for my friend who wanted to practice Marth Killering. I sometimes like to use this right here. Essentially, what I have this CPU thing going set to is to do a dash dance nair into a different option that's harder to punish. And so, like, this forces me to, like, play a mix-up, or, like, how do I deal with this mix-up? This is basically how I lab.
Gotcha.
And so this one, oh my god, I got destroyed by this mix-up so much. Because I'm like, oh, I can grab this nair, right? I just end up getting owned by it. And I get owned by that up tilt on random. And I'm like, how do I even beat this? And then I was like, oh wait, I'm looking exactly at this. I just do dash back, pivot, pivot back air in. It auto cancels, and it beats the mark nair.
The back air auto cancels?
Yeah.
Nice. So dash back, shield stop, back air.
Yeah, and I drifted into them. Like, I aim for like a soft back air that basically beats Marth's low dash dance.
Oh, okay.
And I use this actually to versus Zane. I figured out this counterplay because I was playing this a bunch of Marths and I was getting owned by this situation specifically. And so I ended up using this tactic versus Zane, and it worked so well.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah, no, straight up. This is how I ended up using the save states.
Gotcha.
Otherwise, for your situation, you can actually just use a lot of the basic stuff on Uncle Punch, like combo training. Just set the CPU here. Whoops, I used the wrong one. Oh no, where did I go? Yeah, I just go into Uncle Punch, and I just take this. I actually do this consistently. The beautiful thing about Falcon up throw, it's weight independent. No matter what character you up throw, it'll be the same ending lag.
Yep.
And so I just up throw the Sheik, and I practice up throw up air.
Gotcha.
I do this with Mark too. So I would also suggest I'll type up actually a more like cohesive practice plan, I think, for you, because I was seeing like a lot of things that you were missing. Like GC grabs. Yeah. That one is just like something you'd practice on your own. It's like a basic movement option.
Yep.
Wave landing, of course, is something that you can always practice. And I also suggest using Uncle Punch's wave dash training to practice wave landing, because you'll see the timing for wave lands and why some are fast, some are not. And on Battlefield, the ideal wave land on Battlefield side platforms is 10 to 11 frames. But if you do 9 frames, or like 7 frames, anything less than that, it's going to give you like a bad wave land. So you can use this to sort of check out, are your waveland timings too late or too early, and you can use this to basically perfect your wavelands. And I think this will help you boost your platform movement too.
Yeah. Cool.
Another thing, practicing combo training on Spacies or any character really. I would only this one is something I think that you can't really immediately get better at all in once, but maybe you can, honestly. It just takes some. This one is gonna like, you have to be like paying. This is about practicing paying attention to specifically DI. And I would go into combo training or even training lab, honestly. Just nair an opponent and then go to where they are, or knee an opponent and go to where they are. Stomp an opponent and go to the way they are. Basically, just hit them and then practice getting as close as possible to them, so that you can learn to, you're practicing your positioning, and then you can practice like, okay, now that I have the positioning there, how can I make this a combo?
Yeah.
And another one was practicing nair into knee on mistech. So here's a concrete one that I think will help you win so many more sets versus Spacies. Is set the percent to like 50 to 60, 50, 60, 70. Set the DI to random. And set the post hits on action to invincible or whatever. It doesn't really matter that much. Yeah. Set the tech option to miss tech all the time. And I just want you to practice doing nairs at different spacings on the Fox, and then immediately trying to neither miss tech. Like that.
Gotcha. Yep.
Because this is how you win games versus Spacies. And I noticed you had some really great nairs, but then you'd miss the knee for something like that.
Gotcha.
I myself need to practice this a bit too, but sometimes I jump at the opponent, and if I realize that, I messed up the spacing, I won't go for knee on all the time. I will go for like up air or stomp.
And so should these knees be like a little bit delayed?
Yeah, they should be slightly delayed, because you want to hit them at the bottom, or the mistech.
Gotcha.
And if you see the opponent like hugging the ground, try to also recognize that too and go for a tech chase.
Yep.
And as you can see, this is the difference between potentially a game and a really annoying last stock situation versus Fox where you don't really close it out.
Definitely, I can see that.
It's also important to practice different drift. Like maybe you don't get the perfect nair. Maybe you get like a reverse nair or something like that, and they're trying to dash dance at you. But you also still need to practice like kneeing that. And if you get that could be like, oh shoot, I just like won a game off of like a random nair. That's sick for me, and that's gonna make the box super tilted.
Definitely, yeah, I'm with that.
And that is like an invaluable tool, and I think that this might be the one thing that like could really earn you wins versus Spacies in general. But even though the most of the game plans I think apply to everybody, this specific tech, this nair thing that we're practicing, is gonna help you versus Spacies a lot.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I think that's all I really wanted to go over for the lesson. Is there anything else you wanted to add, or like what other Uncle Punch situations did you want to practice?
The only other thing I'd have is back to the save states. So if I'm in the Dolphin, and then I'm in GameCube, right, and then you can see the memory card slots. Is that where I need to go?
Memory cards. Yeah. Here, actually, let me share my screen so that you can see. So the way I have it set up is you go to Tools, Memory Card Manager, and so it'll show you this screen. And basically you go to Tools, Memory Card Manager, and you want to go to Memory Card A.
Yep.
And it'll open up something in your app data roaming, or basically wherever a memory card is.
Yep.
If there is no memory card here in this folder, that means it wasn't created. So, it means that you didn't. Your Dolphin hasn't created a memory card, and you have to go into GameCube, and then if it's set to nothing.
Yeah, that's what mine is.
You saw my gameplay just changed, right? It says select memory card. So now I put in the memory card. Now it sees. Okay, wait. There we go. Yeah, now that the memory card is in, it recognizes there's a memory card in there. And then once you do that, it'll create a memory card in the folder, but you have to open up a game and initialize it.
Okay, I gotcha.
So go to Memory Card Manager, or basically config GameCube, select memory card slot A, and then just go into any game and create a save file.
Yeah.
and it'll create a
Yep.
memory card in your location. Oh, I guess I accidentally closed it. I'm going to close the Slippy recording as well.
Okay, and then you just put stuff into this memory card manager?
Not memory card manager. You go to config.
Yep.
You go to tools, memory card manager, go to browse, and then you select that specific memory card, and you can see there's a bunch of GCIs. So the format is called a GCI, and it's the individual save files that go into your Uncle Punch. So if I send you a GCI or a .gci, you want to go into memory card manager, select your memory card, and then click on import GCI.
Gotcha.
And then you can go to like your wherever you got your save states. So here I have a folder of save states.
Okay.
So this is where the Samus edgeguarding or Fox edgeguarding Sheik GCI is. I click on the Fox Samus GCI or the Fox Sheik GCI, import it, and then I can just close it. And then open up a punch, and then I can start playing it.
Yep. Got it.
And show you my thing, my OBS, to show you my double. Now it should show the Fox versus Sheik edgeguard thing, where I didn't have this before.
I can't see your gameplay right now.
Oh, shoot. Really? Okay, let me try this again. Can you see now?
No, it's just your robot picture.
Okay. Let's see. Do I have to share my OBS again?
No, that didn't work either.
What the heck? Okay, let me try rejoining the call. Okay, let's try this again. So yeah, you were saying? Can you see it?
No.
What? Oh, you can't see my stream? My screen?
No. Mm-mm.
That's unfortunate. Okay, I'll just give you a screenshot of what it looks like. After you imported the GCI file, it should just click. You go to Training Lab and click on Import. It should be there.
Okay, gotcha.
If you have any questions about that, feel free to ask me. I can definitely just give you a full example.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
All right, swag. But yeah, like I saw I got your payment. Again, I much appreciated that. If there's any other questions you have, please do let me know. So
yeah, we'll do. Yeah, I thought your setup was really good, where you had the stream and then the Uncle Punch and then like the kind of lesson plan down in there at the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool. I have a weekly coming up like next Thursday. They're starting up again.
Oh,
so
sure.
I'd definitely be interested to talking to you again sometime for sure.
Oh, I'm super down. What weekly is it?
It's just at a college in town. I live in Illinois, and so Illinois State University is here, and so we just have a weekly there that runs during the semester.
Oh hell yeah!
But
definitely send me the bracket. I'll definitely keep an eye out for you.
Yeah, I'm also pretty close to Champaign. I'm like an hour away from Champaign, Illinois, which that has the University of Illinois, and then they have that's definitely like a higher caliber player than is what's at my weekly. So I go there kind of often too.
Oh, true. Yeah, that's sick. So wait, are you in university or something? Or?
No, I'm alumni, so I've already graduated.
All right.
So
Yeah, same. Wait, so how long ago did you graduate?
I graduated in 2022, but I didn't start going to college till I was like 24.
Oh, true.
Or no, maybe 24. 'Cause I'm 29 now.
Oh, really?
So, yeah.
Yeah, I just finished. I finished my degree. This summer.
Nice. It's a good feeling.
Yeah, it's just like it was so cathartic. I was like, oh my god, I'm fine. I really couldn't believe that schooling is done for me, right? Because like I went from straight out of high school directly into university, and it was like I did a year of co-op too for like my internship, and I was like, this is
One weird thing I thought was like
I don't have like an automatic goal to like reach, so it's like now I have to like come up
you have to come up
with my own goals.
Yeah, no, it's a different. It's like it's so much freedom that you don't know what to do with it.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, it was I'm glad I'm done. Now I'm looking for jobs and doing this on the side for some
Yep.
income and sharing my passion for the game. And I gotta include a bunch of other notes for you there.
Awesome.
But yeah, much appreciated. Let me know if there's anything else, and I guess we'll stop recording for now.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, well, yeah, I really appreciate it.